been a minute since I sat in front of a camera and talked. I feel like I'm due for it. Like, I feel like the focus of this should be like free game. Like, there's a bunch of people out here giving game, but honestly, I don't really take game from people who don't have life experience, because if you were to look up information on a topic, or you were to research something, or diligently work on something that is like a higher level of education, you gotta have some type of life experience to go with it. Because it's one thing to be completely aware of stuff and let it affect you, like let it bring you down, or let it like take your energy. But it's another thing to be knowledgeable, know things, and not let that stuff take your energy or your morals, whatever you wanna say. Because at the end of the day, you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. So if you can't even say, oh, I'm going out tonight and I'm not gonna drink, and then you go and drink, I mean, yeah, you probably have a heavy influence, but you still have a mind of your own. You still can always make it up to yourself by just doing what you said you're gonna do. That's like the most rewarding thing you can do for yourself, is just do what you say you're gonna do, because that's the best way to manifest things. Because a lot of people, they're out here manifesting bad things for themselves and then wondering why bad things happen. But at the end of the day, you have to believe inside and outside that what you want to happen is going to happen, and that is really hard. You have to learn how to channel your energy to that one thing. You can't just channel your energy into a bunch of different things and then wait for what's gonna work. You have to channel your energy in one thing, see if it's gonna work. If it doesn't work, you move on. You channel your energy into another thing. But the real thing that I was gonna say is just never let anybody know where you're actually at in life. Like, unless they're like a teacher, a coach, a mentor, like, don't really tell the average person like where you're at in life or how you're really doing. Like, just always let them know that you're doing good, or that you're always going to be doing good. Like, when people ask you how you're doing and you're not doing that well, just be like, I could always feel better, like things could always be better, like it can always be. You can't say like, no, things are not going well, or like this is what's going on, and like, this is just what's gonna go on. Like, don't talk like that. Like, if you want something to change for yourself, you have to want to change it. Even if it's a real bad relationship. Like, I feel like the worst things in life to deal with is death, sick people, and like relationships. Like, those are like the top three things. Like, it's not even money, because money comes and goes. Like, it really does. Like, I could have $0 in my pocket today, but then tomorrow I might have 2,000 in my pocket. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I can't let that determine if I'm happy or not, or if I'm content with myself. I just can't. As you get older, you realize what you do and you don't need, and it's completely okay if something you felt like you needed this whole time is not something that you need, and you have to let it go. It can be hard, but as long as you have like the right steps, you should be fine. Because when it comes down to it, I wouldn't say I'm distracting myself, but I'm definitely keeping myself busy to the point where I can't be stuck in my head, because I know how I get. I know how I was. I used to be real stuck in my head. Somebody could tell me like the most great news, and I'm still just kind of focusing on what's bothering me, when in reality I should be focusing on everything that's putting me in a better position, making me feel better. Painting, baking, cooking, things like that. So once I started to implement that in my daily routine, it was kind of like, I can't be upset. Like, I'm doing what makes me happy, so how can I be upset? How can I look for something to be upset for? That's selfish. That's essentially me just trying to stunt my own growth. We do it all the time. We stunt our own growth. We don't know how it feels to be in a new position, so then we get uncomfortable and we go back to what we're comfortable with. Just stop doing that. And if you do it, make sure that thing that makes you comfortable is actually providing and actually doing something for you, and not just making you comfortable because that's just what you know to do. Sometimes we run back to our exes, we run back to old friends, and then we realize why we weren't friends with them in the first place. Just keep that status, keep that like I'm exclusive mentality. Like, nobody can get to me unless I'm allowing them to get to me, because that's how I've been living my life, and things have drastically changed. Like, it's very obvious that the people in my life want to be in my life, and I don't have to question it or wonder or be up at night like, does this person fuck with me? Like that's a horrible lifestyle. Just always worrying, not knowing like where you stand in life with people. It's a bad place to be in. Because at the end of the day, you want less things to question. You don't want to be questioning your existence and shit like that every day. It will drive you crazy. Doesn't matter how good, how straight your mental is, it will drive you crazy. So you just gotta be careful. You gotta be like real mindful of what you are letting in your life and what you're giving out of life. Because at the end of the day, it's all real. You know, people out here, they're like, am I real? Like, how do I know I'm real? How do I know I exist? Honestly, being in the present moment is the only way you can know that you're existing. Like, it's this weather outside. I feel this way. This is one of my favorite songs. I'm gonna put it on. You know, just like surrounding yourself with things that don't cause you stress, don't cause you anxiety, don't cause you depression. Sometimes we are upset and we listen to music that makes us more upset. You know, just stop doing stuff like that. Or we know we're not supposed to be on TikTok for 4 hours, but we do it anyway because it's like, oh, I don't have anything to do. Make something to do. You know, like even if it's something small, I'm gonna clean up today. That's something. I don't know why you guys downplay like doing things for yourself. Do things for yourself first and let everything follow. Because once somebody sees you doing all this stuff for yourself, they're like, well, all I can really do is help. I can't really provide. I can't really put them on because they've already put themselves on. You put yourself in position, you won't have to worry about putting the next person in position because they're following after what you're doing just by you giving out your energy. It's that simple. It sounds simple, but once you practice it, implement it every day, start to really say your affirmations, really start to connect and cleanse and, you know, just get rid of all the stuff that you don't need as far as food. You gotta make sure you're not eating unhealthy. I've recently lost a lot of weight because I've just been switching up my diet, fruits, veggies, some meat, salmon, turkey, and chicken. That's it. Shrimp occasionally. But yeah, that's for the most part. I don't like even really eating animals, but at the end of the day, they are delicious when you season them and marinate them correctly. I cannot lie about that. Sorry. Yeah, I feel like that's all I have to say. So, I'm gonna go.